73% of employees at companies without formal coaching cultures report feeling stuck in their roles. Yet in organizations that systematized coaching, internal promotion rates jumped by 41% and voluntary turnover dropped by 28%. The difference isn't talent. It's structure. You're running a team. Your best people are performing, but they're not growing. They know what they do well, but they don't know what they could become. And worse, they're watching competitors poach their peers because those competitors are investing in development. Meanwhile, you're spending recruitment budgets on external hires when the capability already exists inside your walls. You feel it too. The ceiling on what your organization can achieve gets lower every year when you lose institutional knowledge and leadership momentum to external offers. The real cost isn't the salary replacement. It's the compounding effect of losing people who could have shaped the next generation of leaders within your company. In the next 9 minutes, we're going to walk through the operating system that transforms coaching from a nice-to-have HR initiative into a competitive moat. 3 core mechanisms that the most advanced organizations use to embed coaching into how work actually gets done. This isn't about annual development plans or once-a-quarter one-on-ones. This is about creating an environment where coaching is inseparable from daily operations, where feedback flows bidirectionally, where growth becomes an output measurement, not an afterthought. By the end, you'll understand how to architect a system that moves your organization from dependency on individual leaders to a self-replicating culture of excellence. Let's go. First mechanism: clarity on the coaching contract. Most organizations fail coaching because they never define what coaching actually is within that company. Is it mentoring, skill development, career navigation, behavioral feedback? Everyone assumes different things, so coaching becomes inconsistent, sometimes toxic, often invisible. According to the Center for Creative Leadership's 2023 Executive Development Study, organizations with explicit coaching frameworks show 84% higher engagement in development activities compared to those without documented standards. Real clarity on what coaching means inside your walls changes behavior. Look at Microsoft's internal coaching model under Satya Nadella's leadership restructuring. They defined coaching as structured dialogue between a leader and team member focused on 3 vectors: capability expansion, decision-making ownership, and systems thinking. Not feedback on what you did wrong. Not career pathing alone. A clear contract. When a Microsoft manager sits down with a direct report, both parties know the conversation framework. Both know the outcome is deeper competence and autonomy, not compliance. Your application. This week, convene your leadership team and define the coaching contract at your organization. What does coaching mean here? What's in scope? What's the outcome of a coaching conversation? Write it down. Make it 1 page. Share it with your team. When clarity exists, people stop confusing coaching with criticism. That's when cultures shift. Second mechanism: embedding coaching into role design, not bolting it onto calendars. Here's the pattern we see repeatedly. Companies create coaching as a separate track. A coaching program, a coaching day, a coaching certification. It lives outside the real work, so it gets deprioritized the moment deadline pressure arrives. Deloitte's 2024 Learning and Development Report found that organizations embedding coaching into core role responsibilities saw 235% more internal promotions and 40% faster time to productivity for new leaders. When coaching isn't optional, it becomes operational. Salesforce restructured their entire management philosophy around this idea. They didn't create a coaching department. They modified the core job description of every people leader. Coaching conversations became explicitly measured. Development of direct reports became a formal component of manager performance reviews alongside business results. Coaching isn't something managers do when things are quiet. It's part of the deliverable. When a manager's evaluation hinges on developing talent, resources and time get allocated accordingly. The behavior transforms. Here's how this translates to your organization. Look at your leadership competency framework. Does it mention coaching? If it does, is it vague? Redefine coaching as a core leadership competency with clear observable behaviors. Does your manager evaluation include metrics on direct report development, promotion readiness, or capability growth? If not, add them. Not as a separate category. Integrated into core performance assessment. When coaching becomes part of how you measure leadership success, it stops being negotiable. Third mechanism. Creating feedback velocity and psychological safety systems. Coaching only works if feedback is honest, frequent, and safe to receive. Most organizations have the opposite. Feedback is quarterly, vague, and carries risk. Employees learn quickly that candor is dangerous, so they play it safe. The coaching culture stalls. Harvard Business Review's 2023 research on feedback systems found that organizations with weekly feedback loops and high psychological safety showed 67% faster skill acquisition and 23% higher retention among high performers. Frequency and safety are multiplicative factors. Amazon's coaching methodology under the leadership principles emphasizes continuous feedback loops. They built in structured check-ins where feedback flows up, down, and sideways. Managers don't hoard insights. Peers challenge each other respectfully. And the company has actively designed psychological safety through role modeling, celebrating course corrections, and removing punishment for admitting gaps. People aren't afraid to ask for coaching because they've seen senior leaders receive feedback without defensive reactions. To operationalize this, design a feedback cadence. Weekly 15-minute coaching check-ins between managers and directs. Not performance reviews. Lightweight structure. What's working? What's the next growth edge? What support do you need? Run these consistently. Second, create a psychological safety audit. Assess your team's willingness to admit mistakes, ask for help, and receive critical feedback anonymously. Identify barriers. Role model vulnerability as a leader. Share your own development areas. Third, create a feedback template that's specific and behavioral, not judgmental. Not, you need to improve communication. Rather, in that meeting, I noticed you spent the first 10 minutes on context before asking for input. Here's what I'd adjust. Specific, actionable, safe. Picture your organization 18 months from now with this system in place. Your managers aren't gatekeeping knowledge. They're systematically transferring capability to their teams. Your high performers aren't leaving because they see a clear path to growth. They're staying and building the next layer of leadership. Your external hiring costs drop significantly because you're filling 80% of open leadership roles from inside. Your onboarding time for new leaders compresses because your coaching culture creates faster skill maturity. Your retention of top talent hits levels you haven't seen in years. But more importantly, your organization's adaptive capacity increases. You're not dependent on any single leader's intelligence or relationships. You've distributed the ability to develop talent across the system. Decision quality improves because people are thinking at higher systems levels, not just in their functional silos. Innovation accelerates because psychological safety means ideas flow freely, even weird or challenging ones. That's the compound effect of a coaching culture. It doesn't just develop people. It restructures organizational intelligence itself. Here's what I want you to do this week. Pick one of these 3 mechanisms and implement it. The coaching contract. Redefine a role to include coaching as a core responsibility. Or launch a feedback velocity project. 1. Not all 3. Because success is about momentum, not overload. If these frameworks are reshaping how you think about leadership development, subscribe to Apex Minds and hit the notification bell. New leadership architecture content every week. In our next video, we're breaking down the specific conversation frameworks used by the most effective executive coaches. The exact language, the sequence, the psychological leverage points that open people to growth. You don't want to miss that one. Thank you so much for watching this video. If these insights resonated with you, please subscribe to Apex Minds D4J and hit the notification bell so you never miss our weekly content. Share this video with a colleague who needs to hear it. We will see you in the next one. Keep pushing forward. Thank you so much for watching this video. If these insights resonated with you, please subscribe to Apex Minds D4J and hit the notification bell so you never miss our weekly content. Share this video with a colleague who needs to hear it. We will see you in the next one. Keep pushing forward. Thanks for listening. If you found this valuable, please subscribe to Apex Minds D4J for more powerful insights. See you in the next one.